What happened?
The Patriots might have reached by the consensus board, but they got Kyle Williams, baby. Speed. More home run speed.
Okay, so what happened with the Browns and the Raiders? We don't even know because the Patriot where'd you see that? Not that I don't believe you.
A lot of people are tweeting it.
Okay. So the Patriots have a wide receiver, folks. It's Kyle Williams. They are taking Kyle Williams with the number 69 overall pick. Here's my top 3 available, top 5 available. Alexander obviously went. I had Kyle Williams. 3rd on this board. Tayler had him a little higher, I want to say. We're still working on getting that out here, but Jalen Noel still on the board. However, the Patriots do take Kyle Williams out of Washington State. We just had talked about him actually earlier in the show with EJ Snyder earlier today, and he said he was one of his favorites, and he didn't really say that he was contemplating taking him at like pick 38 where the Patriots are, but he sounded high enough on him that he would take him with a 2nd-round pick. Now he falls to the Patriots at 69. And Kyle Williams sounds like a Patriot. Phil Perry was on it. We'll give him some credit here, NBC Sports Boston. But Tayler, give us some more on Kyle Williams, what you like about him as far as the Patriots fit.
Again, this gives you speed. They said they wanted to help Drake May, and I know that, Mike Vrabel said he wanted a more efficient passing game, and I think these guys both give you that, where in the run game, if you can have home run hitting, that's going to take a whole lot off your quarterback. And then Kyle Williams is the kind of guy who can make a house call on screens if you give him space underneath and let him run, and he can run by guys. And I think he actually has one of the best release packages in this draft. Also, I know Jalen Noel was higher on consensus boards, but I think the fact that Kyle Williams is a guy who is so good off the line, even though I like him better as a Z, he can be an X in some matchups and win off the line and be kind of that ISO matchup winner. And he does have a slighter frame. That's really where the big concern is going to be. And he was a late breakout. He was a 5th-year guy, but really talented player who I like Jalen Noel a bit because he was a bit bulkier, another guy who had speed. I thought he was a little bit more consistent catching the football. But Kyle Williams, man, I mean, if he hits his ceiling, this is going to be explosive weapon for Drake May. And again, I think this is definitely one of those guys who fits into the category of making his life easier.
So where does he fit in now as far as the wide receiver room? I guess position-wise, depth chart-wise, who becomes more expendable? I know there's been talks of a Kayshon Boutte trade eventually. I don't know if that's something that becomes now more in the works or not. And the other thing I'll add too here is first 3 picks, all on offense for the Patriots. Will Campbell, Travion Henderson, and Kyle Williams really trying to make life a lot easier for Drake May, as you just said. But now looking at the Patriots wide receiver room, it's Stephon Diggs, it's Kendrick Bourne, it's Jalen Polk, it's Javon Baker, it's Mac Hollins, it's Kayshon Boutte. There's a lot of Demario Douglas I didn't even mention yet. There's a lot of guys in there now. And it's super early, just happens, but how do you see this kind of shaking out? Where does Kyle Williams fit into the bunch?
I think that I think he is going to be a versatile piece. I really do. It kind of depends on how they maybe want to stretch the defense. I think when they aren't really afraid of the outside corners, if they're guys that aren't really big press specialists, that's where I think Kyle Williams can have a lot of success there. I don't think you want him blocking too often. He is a tough guy, but I think he's more someone you want to threaten with speed and as a ball carrier than you do as a blocker. But I do think he has position versatility. He's going to have to earn a starting role in camp because you got Mac Hollins, you got Pop Douglas, who it's going to be interesting to see how he fits with Josh because he hasn't really been great as an option route guy or as that like zone beater, and we know Josh likes reliable guys like that. But if Diggs and Mac Hollins can play, you don't really need the young guys to start. So it's going to be a rotation and really whoever rises to the top. But Williams obviously brings you more big playability and explosiveness than anybody else in that room, and it's not particularly close.
All right, so the Patriots have a wide receiver. This is exciting, okay?
Everybody was upset that they didn't get the receiver earlier, but honestly, like we were saying, didn't think receiver was that pressing of a need that it needed to be the 2nd-round pick, and I personally like the late 2nd, 3rd-round guys more. So that's another reason why I didn't mind them taking Travion Henderson. Like you got your offensive tackle. I know people like Luther Burden, but you can't act like he was a consent, like everybody loved him. He fell out of the 1st round. So clearly he wasn't someone who passed with flying colors. Donovan Ezra-Roku obviously was taken the pick after, but still Donovan Ezra-Roku wasn't taken until a few picks later. So I think this is what you needed. Like in some drafts, you need to see what the next pick is. So you feel a little bit better. Like with Layden Robinson, they picked Javon Baker and we're like, okay, right. You gave us a little something. So that's where I think these two together, they look more complementary.
It's funny you say that because when we were just talking off air, trying to figure out what our content schedule was and what we wanted to do, and we were like, should we do a Travion Henderson video? Taylor said, let's wait for more context because now you kind of see how the rest of the board shakes out, where they might have different positions, I guess valued versus not valued, and again, those kind of groups of players where, okay, now that they like these receivers better, where when we were at 38 with a guy in Luther Burden, really, it was like, take him, he's really good. And there was concerns around the pick, where Kyle Williams is someone who really has skyrocketed up boards, as EJ Snyder said. As I know, Alex Barth has been high on Kyle Williams for a little while now, but
I took him in a mock draft too.
We've had him. Taylor's had him in written mock drafts. I think I know we'd at least talked about him a couple times, but this is and I'm kind of just watching the Twitter sphere blow up now, but this is exciting. That's something that could this can help. So again, Patriots take Kyle Williams at pick 69 here in the draft. Now we go to 77, and let's see where we. My guy Harold Fannin went 2 picks before to the Cleveland Browns. That's too bad. Shadur Sanders still on the board, which is crazy. All right, chat. How we doing on Kyle Williams? Are we okay with it?
How do we feel about it? Yeah, let us know what you guys think.
I think we're okay with it. So last year at this time, they only took one defender last year.
Jordan Schultz tweeted, the league's worst kept secret has been that every team loves Williams. Sensational after the catch, another weapon for Drake May.
All right. So I was okay with Henderson at 38. I wasn't thrilled with it. But as you kind of said with the context, but now adding Williams into it, like, this 3-round haul they have is solid because you have your tackle, you have a weapon, you have 2 weapons on offense where, like, if they did go Luther Burden at 38, where would they have gone now? Because also when you look at the running backs that also just went, like, I think I want to say, if I have it in front of me, just give me 1 second. Henderson went. Oh, RJ Harvey went as well. Judkins was already gone. So, like, RJ Harvey was a guy we liked on the show a few times. He would have already been gone at this point. Do you go running back now? Do you double dip at receiver? Do you take another lineman?
Defensive line, honestly, because there's edge guys that seem like they're still slipping. Like Landon let's see who's still on the board.
Landon Jackson's still on the board. Okay.
Landon Jackson's still on the board. Jalen Noel. I double dipped in my draft. Jalen Noel and Kyle Williams. Dude, I would freak out. You're going to see a different version of Tay if that happens. Why did you shut off, you stupid thing? You're fully charged.
Would you? So you would double dip at wide receiver at this point, or would you go edge rusher?
I wouldn't. I think I wouldn't necessarily do that. I'd like to hit on another. I think I would like to add a little bit of edge or Marcus and Bo. I would love Marcus and Bo as well. A lot of versatility.
5 positions, right?
Yeah, like true 5 position versatility. Did everything at the Senior Bowl. He's a guy I really like. Jared Wilson, if you want to get your center. Jalen Royals is another double dip option at receiver. Wow, Isaac Tesla to the Lions at 70. They don't give a damn about the consensus big board.
No, they don't.
Wyatt Milam is another guy I could see maybe. He is 78th on the consensus big board, so he's about in that range as well.
All right. We're getting down to it with the 7. It's funny how it when you go from round 1, 2, 3, the clock really starts to speed up on you because we're already I guess we're kind of far away here, but now I think they only get 5 minutes between picks. Tesla goes. Okay, the Saints are up now. Let's take a look at Taylor's big board. Jalen Noel, Kyle Williams, Jalen Royals, Marcus and Bo. Yes, cross out Kyle Williams, obviously, because he's already gone.
Boom.
What do you do out of the 3 here? If you had to choose, Jalen Noel.
I think I would go Marcus and Bo. I love the way he plays. I love the versatility. I think he is a variable guy. And again, you already have your receiver, and that's right now a very crowded wide receiver room. Let's talk about that. Who do you think? Let's project right now. Who do you think makes it if they keep 6 receivers?
6 receivers? Okay.
Kayshon Boutte seems like he's probably gonna get traded.
So immediately go to Williams. I'm writing it down in front of me. Williams, Diggs. Does Diggs count? He's not going to be an IR guy. Let's count. Diggs.
Yeah, no, no pup. He'll be on pup, I think.
So we shouldn't count him. So it's Diggs on pup and then 6 other guys.
I think so.
Okay, Williams.
Nate Tice tweeted about Kyle Williams.
Williams, Pop Douglas, Jalen Polk, Mac Hollins. That's 4. Kayshon Boutte. Like, I get. Oh, Kendrick Bourne.
Bourne. Yeah, I think it's KB.
So that's 5.
So Williams, Hollins, Diggs, Pop, Bourne, Polk.
That's 6. But if we say
I said Diggs.
If we say Diggs is on Pop, then
maybe you just keep 5. Honestly, you can just keep 5.
You keep 5, or Boutte makes it. But
I think they keep 5. So where does
unless we
play?
take another
There's like 4 people that do what he does.
Yeah, I know. Unless we take another wide receiver here coming up at 77. We'll see what happens.
If that happens and I was right about the double dip and I predicted a pick today, I am going to be – I know I say I'm going to be insufferable. Like, no, literally, you're going to have to turn it off. You
want to watch a little Kyle Williams while we wait for pick 77?
I want to watch a little Kyle Williams. Oh, man. And this is the screen. This is one where I know they, like, break through. Somebody makes – all right, let's play the clip.
What?
I think we know where he is.
Is it?
Yes. So guy breaks through, tries to tackle him. Nope. This is what I mean. Like, he's a thin guy, but he's tougher than you'd think. Like, there's plays where he'll get bullied out of the sideline, but you have to get your hands on him first. He's a slippery dude. Also, I'm going to look up the Beast. I feel like he's also a guy who is a high character dude. That was another reason why I really liked him. No, also, like, as a captain. So those two guys. Kyle Williams, not Kyle Washington. Kyle Williams.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to get over that. You're gonna have to.
I think I'll be okay. I think that was the traumatic mistake that I needed. So strengths, according to the Beast in Dane Brugler: explosive driving off the line of scrimmage, varies his release package to shake defenders and get vertical, makes dynamic speed cuts to create separation out of breaks, short area bursts to skirt tacklers and turn short gains into big plays. Tracks the ball downfield, it can take it out of the air. NFL scouts gave strong character feedback based on how teammates felt about him. In 2014, he posted the 3rd most receiving yards in the season in Washington State history.
CLNS Patriots coverage is powered by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.